When they say the truth is bitter, well, we make facts funny. Right here, we talk about everything you need to know. Out with the old and in with the new. This is Fun Facts, only on Sunshine TV. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Sunshine TV. This is Fun Facts, of course. It's been a minute, but we're here now. And yes, today I want to dive into your space and just talk about something that is really something that has controversy to it. But as we unwind, I hope that we're going to be on the same page and just understand together. So money matters. And a lot of people would say money is this, money is that, money is spiritual, money is that. But I want to understand it from a psychological point of view. Like, I think everything that has to do with finances has to do with psychology. So your understanding of money determines how that money works for you. Everybody has money in here and there, but then how it's used and how it's best put to good use is basically based on your understanding. Financial education is what they just don't teach us in school, but this is learned over time, and this is learned in different ways. So these ways might be might be one of the ways that you get to be financially aware. And financial literacy is very important, and it's very cardinal that you understand it to the core. You find a lot of people that have good jobs and have better pays, they still struggle with finances. And you ask yourself questions, but how is it that their finances can't grow? It's not that they are not able to grow them, it's just because of financial literacy. It's just because of financial literacy. And these are some of the things that we should really embrace and just keep to ourselves, so that these things are very helpful. And for you to the best way to understand them is actually learning about them and growing, and then just understanding them. Otherwise, your money will come, your money will go without you knowing where it goes to and how it's gone. Yeah. So today I just want to drive our attention to something really interesting. If somebody asks you a question, how much do you have? The first thing that goes to your mind, what first thing goes to your mind? The first thing that goes to your mind is you want to start checking your pockets and your mobile money and everything, because you want to literally give circumstantial evidence to as in how much you have. So it can either be an estimation or the actual amount. But when somebody asks you how much money do you have, do you know that they don't necessarily mean money? Here's how it plays out. So there's a difference between cash and money. I know it sounds ridiculous, but yes. So cash is always money, but money is not always cash. Understand this? Cash is always money, but money is not always cash. Here's what I'm trying to say. So if somebody was to ask you, how much money do you have? That statement in its own does not necessarily mean how much cash do you have. A lot of people have reciprocated and given wrong responses to this question. How much money do you have? They'll tell you, oh no, I have 5,000. No, didn't ask you about the actual money that you have, the physical form of currency that you have. When somebody is asking about money is more than just cash. Money is more than just cash. There's a lot to money than just cash. I've heard sentiments and I've heard sayings that say money can't buy you happiness. Yes, those are some of the sentiments that have been there, and I want us to just rediscover something around those areas. So yes, so we dive in deep straight. So what do I mean when I say money is not cash and cash is not money? Cash is not money only. So cash refers to the physical currency that is ready and available for use. So the physical currency that you have, if I ask you how much cash do you have, that's where you're supposed to tell me the exact amount or an estimation of what you own currently. That is either banknotes or coins or liquid cash. What I'm trying to ask you is, how much cash do you have at that particular moment? So what I'm asking is, tell me give me an estimation of the currency that you're having, the physical currency that you're having right at that moment. That is cash. Now, when I ask about money, it's different. Money, a lot of scholars have triangulated and tried to, they have actually defined money to be a medium of exchange, any medium of exchange. Now, if you understand a medium of exchange, they did not say any note or any paper of exchange. They said a medium of exchange. So then we understand that there is more to money than just cash. A medium of exchange that is used to try any medium of exchange that is used to facilitate a transaction that is generally accepted. That is what we can just literally define money. So a medium, any medium of exchange is money, not just cash. I'm not disputing the fact that cash is money. I'm saying it's just not cash that is money. So what is money, if you ask me? Money is this. Money is ideas. Money is ideas. Money is ideas. Money is relationships. Money is people around you. Money is happiness. Here's what I'm trying to say. So if you've got an idea, what we usually do when we want to get a loan, or you want to apply for CD, let me just put it at CDF. So when you go there to go and apply for maybe CDF or a bank loan, when you reach there, immediately you reach there, they will ask you, what do you have? They are not necessarily asking you for you to produce cash. What they are telling you is what kind of money do you have so that we can trade. The bank buys money. The bank buys money and give you cash. The bank will buy your money and they will give you cash. If you go and apply for CDF or anything, any loan, what they are going to do there is they are going to buy your money and give you cash. So once you sit with a consultant and you are telling them, oh, okay, in fact, with a CDF, they actually even tell you to write a proposal. So what they are telling you there is, give us your idea for us to give you the physical form of cash. So give us your money, which is your idea, and then we buy into that idea and give you the physical form, which is cash. So why we are saying money is not just cash, but cash. Why we are saying money is not just cash, but cash is always cash is money, and money is not always cash. Is because we understand that any medium of exchange, there will be a transaction that will happen between you and the bank, or you and the people that are offering you those services. You're going to give them an idea. You're going to say, okay, I have a business plan. That would even tell you to draft a business plan. So once you draft a business plan, you are literally giving them your idea, and they will invest into that idea, and that idea is bought, and then you are given money, and then you go and start a business. Did you have money? Yes, you had money. Did you have cash? No, you did not have cash, but you started a business. So a lot of people will argue and tell you, why do you sit around and not do anything? They'll tell you, oh no, the economy is hard. I do not have money. No, that is a wrong statement. You do not have cash. Money is around. Money is available. That's why they say money is always there when needed. Money is always there unless there's just a need. That's when you realize, oh, there's money. So if you're going to slack around and say, oh no, I don't have capital, I do not have, there are people that have started businesses without cash, and a lot of people are doing it. One thing I was laughing at, my friend was actually even telling me, say, you know what I do here is this. I'll be online and then making orders. I make orders. So if there's something that I'll post things on my Facebook page, and once a client likes those things, I'll tell the client to make a down payment. Once the client makes a down payment, I actually get the very money that the client has sent. I send it to the buyer. I send it to the one who's actually selling. They sell me the product with the money that the client actually sent me, not that I use my own money. The client will send me money. I get that money and then speak to the one who's selling the product. I give them the money, and then I get the product, and then the client comes and gets it from me, and then I get commission. That is one way of looking at it, and one way of thinking, of knowing that money is not always just cash. So it's always ideas. These are always innovations. There are people at the moment that are buying into ideas. They are buying ideas. They are buying knowledge. They are buying innovations, as I earlier put it. This is basically because they realize that is one way and one form of money. So understand this and understand it very well. So if somebody will sit down and give you all kinds of reasons to say they don't have money. There's another statement that say people will tell you, I'm broke. I don't know what it means. If you ask, I don't know what it means to be. I don't know what it means. But if you're referring to you not having cash, I understand. But if you're saying you do not have money, then you are wrong. Because everyone has money. This is something I can tell you for a fact. Everyone has money. I could ask you a question that is very cliche. Do you think the dead have money or they have cash? People that are dead, do they have money or they have cash? That is your nugget to crack. That's a nugget to crack, but then we'll rediscover it later as we unfold on the show. So the other form of money I wanted to actually put across is relationships. Now, we have seen a lot of people get successful because they know somebody. It's called relationship, but like here we like to call it connections. Yeah, they'll just tell you, say, I know this person has got connections. Do you realize that there are people that do not have to move too much? They will just be in their comfort. They'll just be in their space, and they'll just make a little calls here and there, and things get done. That is also a form of money. Where other people will pay cash, them they will use relationship as a form of currency, as a medium of exchange, and they'll still get things done. You call it connections. I heard people say, no, in Zambia, you need to have connections. What they're simply trying to tell you is that both of you are going to bribe, but your bribe is going to differ. The other person is going to bribe with cash. The other person is going to bribe with money. Money is connections. So because you know somebody who is in the front line, so they get to do things for you. I'm not, please get me right and quote me right. I'm not saying it's a good thing to use connections and you start using cash and bribe. I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm just trying to cluster a different form of money, which is connections. And a lot of speaking on connections and connection and relationships, let me just drag it down to connection to relationships. A lot of people have neglected the fact that they have people around them, people that genuinely are there for them, and they've just neglected all that in pursuit of cash, thinking once they have cash in abundance, then they will be happy. This brings me to a saying that says money alone cannot buy you happiness. I stand to be corrected, but my thought is this: cash cannot buy you happiness, but money can. Get this correct. Cash alone cannot buy you happiness, but money can. So if you've invested in relationships, if you've invested in people around you, you've invested in connections, then you know that even when things get tough, you are at a point where you are very safe, because you can make a call. You can say, here is what I'm going, here's what's not going, here's what's not happening. How can you help me out? They can best be of help, as opposed to you wanting to always chase the physical form of currency, which is cash. At some point, that cash will fail you. The simplicity, or rather the complexness of life, is the fact that once you are normal, you do not carry anything. You do not carry any liquid, any physical form of cash to your grave. That's why people would say try to invest in relationships, because the same people that you're trying to run away from are the same people that are going to be there for you in your last moments. So we've seen people that have got cash but are miserable. They are not happy, not even a day. Why? Because they neglected the other part of money and focused only on getting the cash. But then there are people that don't even have a lot of cash, but they have a lot of money. They are very safe. So they know if things go wayward, they can just hey, how can you help me out with this? It's very easy. But your cash won't even get you your health. They say real wealth is health. That cash won't get you wealth. That cash won't get you health. It reaches you to a certain extent. I've seen this goes to I think this triangulates to everyone. You see parents that would leave their children unattended to because they want to go and look for cash. It's very much understood, but try to understand as much that your children, you need to invest some things in your children, and that is money that you need to invest in your children. Let your children know that they have got fathers, they have got mothers that are there to invest in them monetary wise. Build relationships. Let children let children feel they've got parents there. Build relationships so that it's very rich. Where the day you don't have that form of cash, children should understand. So okay, I don't know. This is dad doesn't have this. Doesn't have this at the moment, or mom doesn't have this at the moment. But once you neglect that part of money and just focus on wanting to have cash, you're going to have it, but your children are going to get spoiled. Somebody was telling me, do you know that the people that have got a lot of cash, their children are very much spoiled. I was like, I don't know, but this just shows you that sometimes as human beings we want to focus more on wanting to get the physical form of currency, which is cash, and we neglect these other things. And you find children are spoiled. You find children have just become something else. Why? Because as guardians, we never really take time to sit down and just talk this, build this money with them, build this relationship that triangulates into money at the end of the day. We see parents that I'm not disputing the fact that we need to work hard and earn that cash. But in as much as we are doing that, let's also work hard in building these strong bonds, because these things are going to live even after cash has depleted. The other form of money is investments. Investments is another way or another form of money. So when you're talking about investments, we're talking about two things really. We're talking about liabilities and we're talking about assets. So now liabilities, we're talking about things that actually just get your money, things that you spend on, things that you're always spending on. And then assets are those things that are always bringing you money, those things that are generating income for you. So money is in another the other form of money is investment. So if you've got an investment, people have invested in things, people have invested in buildings, people have invested in equipments. That is, it gives them, it keeps generating cash. It keeps generating cash. That is money on its own. Those equipment are in monetary form, and it keeps giving them cash day in, day out. A business, for example, is one way of investment, and it's one way of having money. So you know that if you have got goods, those goods, initially they are goods, yes, but they translate into cash once sold. So that is an investment. You do not have the physical form of cash at that moment, but you've got equipment, or you've got investments that are around you that you can actually just transact, and you can get the physical form of cash. So investments is one of the things. I would say is one of the forms of money. Yes, investment is also one of the forms of money, and we still have we have a lot of things, a lot of things that can triangulate into money. So if somebody was to ask you this very question again, you need to have a different shift and a different mindset towards money. So if somebody asks you, do you have money? How much money do you have? Or you say, oh, I have a lot of money. I have a lot of money. I have a family. I even laughed when I was even thinking about this. So if somebody was to ask me, I would say, oh, I have. How much money do you have? Oh, I have a family. I have friends. You know what I mean? Like those things. You know at any point, even if you were to get stuck, those people will come for you and will save you. The wrong way of investment, the wrong way of investing into relationships is the relationships that we are having right now. I'll tell you for a fact, relationships have got two ways. They are two-sided. Somebody was telling me, you can be with your friends, and those friends can produce cash to buy beer. They can buy bottles for you until you are drunk and you forget your name. But the same people, call them the next day and tell them, people, hey guys, the landlord is on my neck. I need to pay my rent. See if they'll help you out. The answer is simple. They won't. They won't. So even as we are investing in relationships, this is why I keep basing, mostly if you hear me, I keep basing on mutual relationships. Mutual relationships like family, like, because just things that people that will be there for you no matter what. The other form of relationship is deadly. Okay? So be wise when you're investing in these relationships. It's just not because it's I need to invest. Be wise when you're investing in these relationships. There are those relationships that are going to, I spoke of liabilities and assets. The relationships that are going to be more of assets to you, those are worth keeping. Relationships that are going to be there for you mostly as liabilities, those are not the ones you keep. Those are not the ones you keep. They are not the ones you keep. Relationships that are monetary in nature, those are ones you keep. I know one man who he doesn't take much time to talk on phone, and he just goes straight, because those are business relationships, those are investment relationships. It just takes, okay, we'll do ABCD, okay, it's done, that's all. If the conversation goes the other way, he'll probably just cut. And I learn a lot of things from this man. So learn to know that relationship, there are two types here. They are liability relationships, and they are asset relationships. Asset relationships are those relationships, those connections that will bring you things, that will get you things done. And then liability relationships are those things that will always want you to be the one who's actually giving, to be the one that is always giving, to be the one that is always giving. If you've got a circle of friends, and those people, when you call them when you are in need, they say a friend in need is a friend indeed. Yes. So once you have hit rock bottom, and those people are not there to be seen, you do not have friends, you have liabilities. And the sooner you realize that and break away from them, the better for you. It's best that we start to understand. I know that there are people that you've grown up with. They were your friends since day one, but that necessarily doesn't mean they should be your friends. If they are going to be liabilities to you, they are not supposed to be your friend. It's not a crime that you knew me when I was young and I have to be. No. Let us have healthier relationships, healthier connections. The same way you have got a billion of friends on Facebook, and other people just have 2, and those 2 get things done for them. You with your billion followers, nothing. So let's be mindful of the people that we keep in our circles. I'm talking about this because I understand we are social beings, and us being social beings, we want to interact, we want to socialize, but that socialization shouldn't necessarily bring us to our downfall. And I want you to understand something as well. There are people, when you've got liability relationships, those are people that do not even want to see you succeed. They do not care about your success. If you're going to tell them, I have a 50 kwacha, they're not going to give you ideas. They're going to tell you, let's drink. Let's drink it away. Or let's go and party. Or no, let's go and do ABCD. So those are liability friends. And it's very much cardinal that we get to understand and differentiate these things. So we are basically just talking about the difference between cash and money. So money is a medium of exchange. Money is ideas, money is relationships, money is connections, money is in bonds or in shares, money is in investments or business. That is what money is. But cash is limited to the physical form of currency that is rightly available. So if somebody was to ask you how much money you have, you should have a different response. If they should ask you how much cash you have, then you can tell them the liquid form of money that you have, maybe in your mobile or maybe in your bank account, or the money that you have currently as cash that you have in your pocket. So let's change the narrative and let's change how we look at things and how we basically just trying to analyze things in relations to money. In the next episode, I want to talk about, or of course want to be talking about this and maybe broaden it a bit further so that we can just dive deep and understand more. And of course, you as well can still do your part and just go to our YouTube channel and just get to share your thoughts as in regards to money and cash. And of course, we'll be more than glad to hear from you. Of course, on Facebook, you can do the same. Go to Sunshine Studios and share your thoughts and your queries on money and cash, and let's just get to know and learn together like that. Otherwise, this is how, and this is what we're supposed to understand. So there are a lot of us want to get bound in because we don't have cash. See, the absence of cash does not necessarily change who you are, but the absence of money changes you. If you do not have cash, it does not make you poor. No, it just makes you not have cash. If you have money, you are not poor. You are only poor when you do not have money. If you have cash and don't have money, you are poor. But if you have money, even if you don't have cash, you are rich. I know these statements are sounding like yes, but once you sit down and understand them, they make sense, and then they drive you to start thinking differently. So, as I had said earlier, there is a psychology to finances. There is a psychology to money, and immediately you start understanding it in a different dimensions. You actually start knowing and thinking in different ways on how you look at money. It does not define you when you do not have the physical form of cash. Look around you. There is a lot of money that you have unconsciously built around you. So take pride in knowing that you always have money and that people around you can be resourceful and can triangulate into what is known as cash. So it's always important to nurture these things, and of course to nurture relationships. Let's get interested in investments. Let's get interested in bonds and in shares, because these things are what will determine us and are what will determine our financial stamina at the end of the day. The opposite is also true. If you want to pursue a lot of cash, you can pursue it, but it will never be enough. You will never get satisfied with cash. You will never get happiness from cash, but you can always get satisfaction from money, and you can always get happiness from money. The last thing I want to deal with is I'd ask the question, do the people, dead people, do they have money or they have cash? Do they have money? Okay, dead people, do they have money? If you said yes, or if you said no, then it was wrong. If you said yes, then yes. Dead people have money. So I was wondering why do they bury them in very expensive caskets? Very, very expensive caskets. They put everything. That is just to show you that in their life, they had value. And even in their death, that value is still there. If you are poor, the poorest man is the one that is buried with nothing. But if you're buried with money, imagine a dead person has got money and you are there saying you are broke. Let's change our sentiments, people. Let's change our sentiments. You always have money, even in the absence of cash. Yeah. So this was the fun fact for today. Yeah. Hoping we've learned together and hoping we've unveiled a lot of things and hoping we are moving together. Please let's know what you think about money and cash. to in our comment sections. Let's just get interactive and let's just get talking. Let's keep sharing ideas. Let me know what you think about money and what you think about cash. And of course, you can do that by going through to our Facebook channel, our Facebook page, that is Sunshine Studios. Get to go to the comment section and then comment. And also on YouTube, make sure that you comment and let's get learning together. Let's keep sharing and let's keep growing together. Otherwise, this has been Fun Facts, and of course, I've had myself a good time. My name's Clarence Mulwani. Yes, and till we meet next time, it's God bless, and let's make sure to always make money as we also make cash. Goodbye.
Only on Sunshine TV. You are still watching Fun Facts, only on Sunshine TV.